Oh, fuck. I'm gonna keep rolling because this is ridiculous. I just fucking spilled this fucking Ashley. Oh man. Oh, what a mess. I just poured it round to my... Oh, it's all in between the keys. Fuck. Hopefully it's alright. No, it looks like we're getting a new lappy. Anyway, back to the topic. I was trying to show you my smoothie bowl and then I fucking dripped it over everywhere. But yeah, back to the topic. It's been a good week. For the last 2 weeks, I've ended up without losing money, which is good. Now we just have to make money. So, something that happened to me this week. I did get in a trade on Monday that ended up being a break even. But I think I missed about 3 trades this week as well. Due to just waiting for pullbacks that never came. Or well, it was that, but it was also like lack of 1 minute structure and like being a bit afraid to take anything on a high time frame. But yeah, I'm just gonna backtest. I'm just trying to practice getting in some positions that aren't always 1 minute and see how we get on. This did not hit as well as my girl makes them, which is a shame. I'm just gonna make sure these keys are still working. EIT. Yeah, cool. Alright. Let's go. Okay. But yeah, everything's been really good this week. And the past 2 weeks in general anyway. I've just felt like I know I'm really good at telling where the market's gonna go. It's just I'm failing at being in on the move. So to me, I think we would go into this low here. And then weekly. Four-hour. We inverted lower on the 4 hours. So looks like we're probably coming up to take some liquidity to push back down. So let's see if there's any areas that we could expect that to happen from, like that. It's a bit far for today, for like a now trade, but might be that. It kind of is that. So we're gonna have to go off the 4 hour because daily everything above the 4 hours is not really giving me anything. So 4 hour structure. I reckon we stay bullish just targeting highs like that, like that, like that, until this gap gets inverted. So I'm bullish until this starts getting disrespected. It does look like we're coming towards that gap now as well, which is good. One hour. Yeah, so I'd go short until reaching that gap as well. Because, yeah, the 1 hour hold out there. Looking like 15 minute, we're going to make a gap. Pardon me. Cool, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, so at the moment, bearish to this gap, and then after that gap, I would say potentially bullish. So let's see. But there's no real confirmation yet because this low's already been taken, so at the moment we're rejecting this small little gap. So yeah, we need some, I need to see some of this get taken before I want to jump in on this trade, which might not happen, but that's what I need. Also, actually, something that I always forget is to actually just watch the 1 minute, because the 1 minute's going to give me real time data on what's being respected and what's not, instead of just flicking through everything. So alright, so I'm guessing this low is going to get taken now. That was probably the manipulation and distribution move. This has just come back together a bit more. It's not something I'll be interested in getting in, but yeah. Okay, so that target's been hit. Now inside of 4 hour, there's also 1 hour that doesn't start until there, so that's interesting. Same with the 30 minute. Same with the 15 minute. We've literally got no smaller gaps other than this big 4 hour. We do have a little 5 minute gap there actually. So I reckon at least we need to come to this gap before we start looking for longs. But at the same time, I think one thing that I've started trying to do is waiting for market structure to change before I just try and catch like the bottom of a move. Okay, so we're in that 5 minute gap. Even though I just said that, if we have a crazy reaction that is like a no-brainer, then I will be in on it still. Alright, so we're coming to that 1 hour gap now. I can delete that 5 minute. Alright, we're in this 1 hour. I feel like this is probably 50% as well. No, not yet. Alright, so we're very close to 50%. We should hit that. Let me just double check, because I don't want to miss this move now if it's not 50%. I'm even trying to give it the benefit of the doubt being there. Do you know what? It's 50%. I'm taking it as 50%. Now this 15 minute looks good. I'm not going to take any 1 minute stuff here yet. Unless we come down, sweep that, and go from there. But the 15 minute looks really nice. We are respecting gaps at the moment as well, which is good. Alright, and we're rejecting this 5 minute here. So honestly, part of me semi wants to get in this because I feel like we'll come back to the 50%, but I just think it might be a silly move. So yeah, we did come back to the 50%. Double sweep of that low. Still not showing interest to go higher yet. Like this. No. Okay. Let's see what we are saying here. Okay, so we've inverted a 1 hour. 5 minute inverted. Damn, even the 4 hour inverted, so going long isn't really an option at the moment. Which is annoying. Even though I do think that will go. Am I silly for not taking that as a long? Does it meet my criteria? I guess so. I mean, I do have like that high is the clear draw and liquidity. I just don't have a higher time frame backing on it. It's tough at the moment because I feel like I am missing out on trades because I'm waiting for too much confirmation. Not really with something like that. That's invited that. I'd think that was the next draw. This internal high. So I wouldn't go short there. Would I go long there? Maybe. I mean, we've got stuff disagreeing on the higher time frames. But we did tap into that 15 minute. We've inverted the 5. We've inverted the 3. We've bounced off a gap. I'm going to take this and just see whether this is worth taking. It's what backtesting's for at the end of the day, innit? So let's see. Targeting that high there. This is with this is with 5 minute on my side, 3 minute on my side, even 15 on my side, I would say. I don't know if I would say that actually, maybe not. But let's just see what happens. I think we might get this. Potential re-entry here as well. Yeah, no re-entry. Potentially go break even now. Oh. I think we're gonna get it. Yeah, we do. I was gonna close it, fuck it. That's a win for me. So okay. So honestly, that's not a bad thing. That's not bad. Like, that's my skill anyway, knowing the next 5 minute draw. And I think what I've noticed actually is that you just need a higher time frame to confirm the entry time frame. So for example, this as a 5 minute entry didn't make sense because yeah, we've inverted that, but on a higher time frame we're bearish. But then to see a 5 minute inversion there, which now becomes that is the next draw liquidity, and then to see a 1 minute internal move taking liquidity and making another IFG in the same direction, that is what gives you the golden ticket. And I think that should be the confidence giver to me to be able to get into like 5 minute and 3 minute moves, because that's all I need really is the higher time frame confluence. It's not that I can't enter on the 3 or the 5. I just need a higher time frame to agree with my plan. Yeah, that should go. Okay, cool. So technically I would go bearish again now, because the 15 minute, so yeah, so everything on this higher time frame is saying bearish if we get a nice reaction in this area. So let's see. I want to see, I don't know what I want to see. Is it that maybe I want to see? Potentially. Is that gap big enough? I don't know. Is there another gap that we can use as confirmation? No. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this. I think I am gonna take this. Just because of the momentum, the direction, I think it's a worthwhile trade to take. I need a safe break even though, like a simple one. And I think I would go like this. I don't know, this gap here, maybe. Failing that, this gap. To be honest, I think that would be my TP, that gap. Could hold a runner as well on this. It's got potential to sell all the way to the bottom. Let's have a look. 6697. Oh, it is not complete. 06697. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Do I break even here? I'm gonna say, I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna break even, but I am gonna scale just to take some risk off the table, and then we're gonna go for a slightly higher RR with this. Aim for the low. Yeah. Alright, that was nice. That was the way to do it. Didn't want to be out of the move, but I just wanted to take a bit of risk off the table. And that should drop. That could potentially drop all the way. Alright, so what we got next? That should keep dropping. We might get a second entry maybe. Getting a bit of a pullback on the 5 minute. Well, I did not see that 5 minute didn't end at a gap. That would have probably added a bit of fear to my position. Alright, we came all the way back to 50% and then just, yeah, dumped again, which is nice. Cool, so target hit. Okay, that is a mad move. So what is going on here? Why are we rejecting? Did we come lower? Don't really trust this, but that as a V shape is phenomenal looking. Just right underneath this low as well. And I'm going to take it because I think the join liquidity is lower. But that as a V shape was fantastic. So what do we have here? No, I wouldn't take anything there with that high potentially being an extra. Alright, next session. I think it's just going to skip me like an hour anyway. So, did that tap into the other gap? No. Just missed it, so we might still be bearish here. Anything on the daily? No. Okay. I think that those equal lows are significant. I also recognise that we are rejecting a 1 hour gap again. And a 30-minute. And a 15-minute. Still rejecting all of these gaps. The thing I don't like is that why have we come back up? I know we've already done our damage with it, haven't we, from that initial tap in. Oh, so we've just been messing around here. So that has just swept that. Alright, maybe then. Maybe we could get that as an inversion. Targeting just all these lows. Don't love that as a close. And then, yeah, we've hit the lows, so don't matter. We haven't actually hit the full target yet. Could potentially get in on this. Have a look. Everything's still rejecting up there. There's a reason to go lower. We do have a target still. 3 minute. See if we tap into this 3 minute gap above. We do. That's gonna go, I reckon now. No? Yeah. Alright, so it could have been in on that, but probably would have ended up being a break even. See, this is the thing. I'm so stupid, man. This is what I need to do, because in a situation like that, this is a trade, yeah. Is like free money. As long as I put my stop in a safe place, and the risk reward's terrible to that low, yeah. Which is feels like it would be pointless. But that's how I got in there. There's a TP. Start loss is there. 0.4R. Feels pointless, right? But sometimes you just get lucky with these dumps, and it's like you might as well just take it if it's such an obvious, easy drawing liquidity right in front of you. That's something that dodgy teaches. It's just like, if it's that much free money, just take the damn trade. Alright, so this 5 minute we're rejecting. Didn't really expect to see that. Do still think this low should go. So I'm not willing to take any longs yet. That might change if we invert this 5, which we don't. Do I take this? We've got to draw on liquidity. I mean, I don't think there's been enough liquidity taken, which is why I'm going to skip this trade. But I possibly should have. I think liquidity being taken isn't as significant in these legs if the draw on liquidity is so clear, and if there's no real other reason to come higher. Like, there's no reason to balance, there's no other gaps to fill. Okay, so that was the equal 1 hour lows. So let's see what happens now. Do we have like a little 5 minute gap or a 3 minute gap we can play off? No. Not really even a 1 minute gap. Like that could have been the move. All these gaps is getting, candles getting closed straight away. Okay, we do have a gap. It's kind of insignificant, in my opinion. 30-minute holding, 15, 30 and 15, 30 holding. 1 hour looks good. Daily. Ugh, everything looks really good here, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what though? I'm gonna get in down here just because the risk to reward is crazy if this goes. And I'll possibly hold this like for a long way to make it worthwhile. So I'm gonna get in there even though I feel like it might not go. I'm just gonna risk 1% on this and see if I can get like a big win off it. And then what I'm gonna do is, why is this not there? Stop loss for 7, 1%. And then my next position is gonna be at this 5-minute inversion if we get it. So we do get the 5. So that means the next draw liquidity should be there. So I'm gonna practice what I've been preaching, and I'm just gonna get straight in on this 5. And I'm not gonna close it. I'm not gonna break even it yet either. So that is gonna be the break even point for the 5-minute entry. Do we have a 3-minute as well? Alright. Also, same again. I could wait for a better price, but I just don't know that it's gonna come all the way back. So I don't really want to risk it. We should be able to come all the way. To be honest, there's nothing stopping us from going all the way, yeah. So I'm going to place a second entry here. Should I scale a bit? I mean, I'm only 1R. We'll go another 1R in this then. Buy at, I'm going to do the same stop loss at 6,397. Cool, let's go. Oh, shit. Alright. I don't think that was a bad trade. Oh, it was news. Bastards. Although, having said that, news is just going to amplify the direction the market wanted to go anyway. So I was wrong, but it's just like, it's quite a heavy wrong to be. Hindsight also, 4-hour invited. So yeah, I should have been more aware that that should be a sign that we're going lower. Yeah, I should have been more aware of that. Okay, cool. Let's call that a day on that one. Next session. So, daily, what are we up to here? Alright, so I'm kind of confirmed bearish here now. That kind of move that we had yesterday. Big news candle just dropped on us. Okay, so I don't think we should really expect a turnaround after this, being that close to that liquidity. The only long part is we're so low down. So could we take longs heading towards 50%? I don't know. Could we potentially wait for some 30-minute inversions, which has happened here? So 30-minute inversion gives me more idea that that's going to be our draw liquidity, those highs. Potentially up until that high. but I need these lower time frames to confirm that with me. And we need to be respecting gaps, which we have just done there on the 15. On the 5 we haven't, so I want to be patiently waiting for us to make some gaps and make a decision which way we want to go. I was just going to say that as a short does look good. I almost want to take that just as a free trade, because that get little accumulation and manipulation we should at least just take that, and we've just inverted that gap there. So just as a free trade I might just take it to that lower little break even. I don't know if this is going to be worth it, but like I said, this is what backtesting is for. Could I get a tighter stop? Not really. No, not really. I wouldn't be that comfortable putting a tighter stop in that. 5403. Oh, sorry, no. 5486. That's gonna be our stop. Break even at low. Okay, straight break even. That's what happens, though, isn't it? You just sometimes you get the free trade, sometimes you don't. So we're still not making any gaps. We might be making a 15-minute here. Looks like we will. Oh no, we won't. I bet we've made a 5 though. No, we haven't. Have we made a 3? Yes, we made a 3. So still not something I'm really that interested in taking there. Alright, 3 is inverted just about. 5-minute gap. Inversion, that could go higher now. No. Kind of in no man's land here. Three-minute inversion. I mean, that's kind of a free trade again. At least to that high. Because of that respect, that disrespect. Higher time frame. All looks good. 4.8. I mean, it's fucking kind of fucking useless. But let's just see if we can get it. Also, sometimes I'm kind of thinking, is this worth hang on, how do I auto break even at 5438? Oh, there you go. I was just gonna say, sometimes is it worth taking these, but do you know what? It kind of is, man. It actually kind of is, because you miss out on shit that seems like sure things. And it's just following the draw on liquidity. Now, we should be going higher still. Possibly could have held a runner, but it's not something I'm super bothered about, really, because there's no confirmation of where we're going at the moment. Nice accumulation. Yeah, there you go. That's what I mean. There's just nothing. What's going on here? So we're doing some kind of big accumulation here. Still rejecting this 1 hour as well. So this could be a short. guess we are continuing. We are still wanting to continue short anyway. There's a 3 hour. Oh, 1 hour's holding. So maybe this is higher. Alright, so I'm still really not that interested until we can get some other time frames telling me what we need to do. Now the reason I took this 3 minute, remember, was not just because we respected that, but we respected that, then inverted that. Also we took liquidity, also we took these lows, so everything did kind of line up with this. Whereas if I took this 3 minute, well, I wouldn't take this 3 minute now unless we kind of dug into another gap and inverted it. So okay, would I take this now as a 3 minute? Possibly, I guess that's what I just said. So exactly the same move, took those. We have delivered from that gap, so we've delivered from that gap, delivered from that gap, inverted that gap. So technically, there's no reason why we shouldn't come and take that high now. I didn't actually see that little 3 minute gap, 5 minute gap there as well. So I'm going to get in on this 1%. I'm going to get in because we might be able to get a little 1 minute move inside of it, and I don't want to be more than 2% risk at once. So I'll place the order 1%, 533. I'm going to go auto break even at 5488. So let's see. Still looking for 1 minute moves as well if we get a little pullback. If not, then it's fine. Move somewhere. Do I want to take that? Not really. We didn't really close strong past it. Doesn't fill me with confidence. I'll take something if we took this low now. Oh, I didn't want to see that invert. So 5 minutes failed. That 3 minutes still holding. My stop's in a safe place. This isn't looking great. Let's not lie. So I think my stop's gonna get hit. I wouldn't want to get in on any more positions here. I think we just see what happens on this one. Glad I'm only in 1% on this as well. Okay, this market structure's looking a bit better. Alright, so we're still somehow just holding that gap. We've just inverted that, so now I'd look for another position if we can get one. Is that one? Am I happy with that as a position? Respecting that gap, respected this gap, disrespected that gap. This should be like another one of them free trade opportunities. Don't know whether it's worth taking the 4 point summit. TP's less than a pip away. Maybe wait for a pullback. No. It's one of them. Would have been break even anyway. Alright, we're coming back to our break even area. Finally we've pushed through. Hit break even now. Can we get one on? No, so all of that just to break even. I should have probably took a little bit off there. But yeah, did I just put some, why have I got black stuff on my finger? That would have been horrible. All that just to break even. To be honest, I possibly would have just closed the trade at that high if I was yeah, I don't know. But yeah, okay. At least we didn't take the loss. Oof, what is all this volume coming through? This has just been a mad accumulation day, so 1 hour is actually inverted now, which is good. No real reason for us to come lower, so I don't know what we're up to here. Are we really coming back to that same 5-minute gap that keeps holding us up? This little gap here. May pretty much equal those there, so we might come for that low there. Yeah, this is just horrible price action, man. Like, just volume on both sides. No idea where it's gonna go next. So, the break even didn't save us. I mean, it saved us from just some fucking horrible shit. But I think I'm gonna skip the rest of this day now, because that is just not fun to be a part of. And then yeah, let's just do this as the last day then now. So we've now made a daily gap. Put in a we rejected that, but we haven't come lower, so we should possibly be coming higher, because a move like that should have took us lower. But we'll do some further investigation. That is very close equal highs as well, so that gives me more confirmation that we could be going higher. This is a data wick as well, so let's have a little look into this. So it's gonna be another horrible one, isn't it? This is just still accumulating like crazy. Oh, so that accumulated all that time just for the data, for the news to go bang bang on both sides. Right, so we took that low, so that low should technically be protected now. If we're bullish, don't have any market structure to back this bullishness there. Oh, we have a gap here, so let's have a look. Maybe we can come to this gap. Let's see on the 5. It's just looking like another horrible day of just no gaps. No gaps for me means no trades. Alright, so we are bullish. At least we're making some movement now. Okay. No real clear drawing liquidity for me at the moment. I do think on the higher time frame these highs should go. Low power mode. Okay, so I like that we're making a bit of structure now. Don't really want to see this 5-minute invert, but it has. Okay. So, like I was just saying, I can't take that just off one inversion. I need to have other things backing it. Yeah, we took liquidity here, but I'm overall higher time frame bullish. So for me to just take an inversion just because it's an inversion makes no sense. Also the 3 minutes holding. So this is more of a likely trade. If this gap inverts, which it has, maybe I could take that. I don't love it though at the same time. We have inverted that. Come lower, we've inverted that, took that. I'm gonna wait for this 1 minute to invert as well. which we get. Okay, cool. So I'm pretty confident this should go now. Unfortunately, I've missed out on a bit of a... It's quite bad actually compared. That would have been a 1.7 R, but now it's a 0.5. So I'm going to wait for a pullback to at least 1 R and set a little limit order at 5564. Start loss is going to be 5499. Let's see if we get tapped in or not. No. Alright, so playing it safe never worked out. Again, I could have just been in that and still got my 1R. So I need to really learn my lesson off this, because that was stupid. I still could have got my 1R instead of waiting for such a better price. Just be involved in the move if you're confident in it. It doesn't matter about the risk to reward at that point. Okay, cool. That's the takeaway, I think. Be involved in the move. Okay, again, still closer to my draw liquidity. 5 minute. Let's see. 5 minute holding. Oh, looking like we might not go enough. 3 minute. 3 minutes out saving grace again. Not liking that fair value gap. I like that one if we invert it. Which we do, but we also take the break even point in the same move. I don't really care for this trade now. I mean, there's a lot of gaps to stop us, so maybe I'll wait for some kind of 1 minute move, maybe somewhere down here if we can get it. I won't be mad if I miss out on this trade either. Oh, I'm so mad. I actually am low-key a little bit mad, because see what I mean? I can read this market very well now, but I just need to make sure that I'm getting involved in these trades and not missing out. Would this have been a break-even trade? 5 minute. Probably wouldn't have been worth getting in. Even this, it just would have been a bit more risky, knowing that we're in quite a significant area of gaps. So I can't actually be mad about missing that trade, but yeah, cool. Let's call it a day before my laptop dies.